So hello there. So in today's video we are going to learn in today's video in our Java course we are going to learn what is conditional statement in the Java, what is if else, then what is if, else if, and else ladder. So let's just start it with this. So what is condition? As the name suggests, condition is what condition will tell you that either our condition true or either or our condition is false. Like if you see that 2 equal to 3, it is one condition, and as we all know that the condition is false only because 2 cannot be same as 3. It's same as let's say, then we have, let's say we have a condition like 2 not equal to 3. So you can see that 2 cannot equal to 3, and this condition will true, though it will give us true. So what is the use of conditional in our programming paradigm? So the name condition is suggest in the programming, if we are writing program in many possibility, as user enter anything or our system will just perform specific task as per the some conditional are true or not false. Like one of the best example of conditional in programming, like you have your Facebook account, and in your Facebook account you can make something, some of the things are private and some of the things are public. So this is also the one type of condition only in the public. Every data of your Facebook profile, they check if this is a public or private. If that data is public, then it will show to the all. Otherwise, if it is private, then you can only see the data. So like this is one of the best example of conditional statement in our programming, and what how we can use them. And one of the main thing in the Java, if we develop if else statement, we can make our conditional statement. So let's just direct jump over to the code. So let's say we have a first problem as find number is odd or even. And what we have to do, like user will enter one number, and right now I am taking just one arbitrary number. And if you are doing the code, like take the input from the user with the scanner of the buffer reader as per your choice. So take one input and then find if it is odd, then print odd number, and otherwise print even number. So how we can do that? So as we know that how we can find any number is odd or even, we have to just modulo it by 2. Like if I am modulo 12 with 2, then our answer will be 0. That means we can divide 12 by 2, so it is an even number. And otherwise, if our answer is 1, then our number is odd. So how we can check that? So let's just store it in right now in the boolean, like f a mod 2 boolean. By default, let's say false. And if a mod 2, this a mod 2, consider here I am writing one conditional. If a mod 2 will give us one number or 0 or 1, and if the number is equal to 0, then we can say that the number is even. So we simply make, yes, let's say is even. So we make is even equal to true. Else that means if a mod 2 equal to 1, so our number is odd, so we can say that is even equal to false. And by default we have false, so we do not write. And at the end we can write here system dot out dot println is even. And you can, if I am run this program now, you can see in the output, let me just make that, you can see that in output we get true. Let's just change our variable, let's say 1 to 1, and just run it. And you can say we get false. So what, again I am telling what we are doing, like we check one conditional. If this condition is true, then execute this part. Else means if this condition is false, then execute this part. I hope you can understand what I am doing. Like if this condition is true, then our program will execute this part. Otherwise it will execute this part. And let me see why system.out.println and if I am running it now, so you can see that first of all, and okay, I am sorry for, and just run. You can see that first of all, what the program will execute, like is even equal to false, then it will do a modulo 2, a modulo 2 here, as we have odd number, it will 1, so our condition will false. Then our program will go here else condition, it make if even equal to false, and then it will call the print this call function, and at the end we print our even variable, like in let's say we have even number, then we cannot see output in the call. So yeah, this is it for the basic if else understanding, and this is it for checking any one condition. And let's do nesting of if else, like let's say in one of the best example, and right now I am comment this one of the best example for showing what is a nesting of it. Nesting name suggests like we have one if in another if. Let's here let the problem is find the maximum and the max of the numbers. So we are given three numbers and we have to find their maximum. A equal to, let's say we have a equal to 2, 12, equal to 30, and c equal to 50. And you can see that, and we have to print maximum number. So we are here, our maximum is c, so we have to print 15. So what first condition we check? We check a equal to b. Let's say a equal to b, a greater than b, sorry, a greater than b. If a is greater than b, then what another condition I have to check for checking if a is a maximum or not? So I have to check if a also greater than c, and you can see that if a greater than b, then execute this part. And here if a is also greater than c, then I can surely say that our maximum is a, so just print a. Else, now for this if we know that a is greater than b and a is not greater than c, that means what is the case? By default, a like let me say if a is greater than b and a is greater than c, so we can say that and c is greater than, if we are going to else part, c is greater than c, a is greater than c, a is less than c. So what we can say that a is greater than b and c is greater than b. So at the end what we get here, else c is our maximum value, here we get c. So this is a form of nesting, like we have one if, and in that if we have another if. And let's say, and here also if b is greater than a, so we have to check if b is greater than c. So our answer will be println b, simple. And else if b is greater than a but c is greater than b, so our answer will be c only. System dot out dot println, and we print c, and if we run it, you can see that in the output we get 15, as 15 is the biggest value in this. Let's say we have 1 to 1, so our answer will be 1 to 1. Yep, you can see in the output. Let me bigger the terminal, so you can see that we get 1 to 1 as output. So this is our second part. So what we learned in the first part, we can use basic if else, as if condition is true then execute first part, otherwise to execute second part. Then we see what is nesting if else, like we have if and that if we have another if, and then we have if else ladder. And let's me comment out it. I hope you can understand what is nesting if else. And in the if you can have another if, you can go to end the level as per your program is concerned. So let me just comment out it right now. And yeah, and our third problem will be, and here I am making star if you want to reference the problems. And then let's say we have our third problem, find grade of student, grade of students, grade of student. student, and they give us like if our marks is between 0 to 100, then student grade will be A. If marks is between 89 to let's say 70, our grade will be B. And if our let's say not 70, let's say from 70 to 89, and if mass is less than 70, less than, then our grade will be C. So pause this video and try to code it, and I hope you can, I hope you are able to code, and just try to use if else, nested if else rather than if else ladder, because we are going to use, see why we are the if else ladder is useful here. And let's just code these things first of all in this way. So let's say our marks variable, marks equal to 100 right now. So what condition we check first, and here we can make on character C equal to grade, and let's say by default grade is dash only. And here first of all we check if marks is greater than and equal to 90 and marks is less than equal to 100. And if this is the case, like a marks is greater than equal to 90, so our answer will be system dot out dot println. Grade will be, let's say let's just assign grade to, like our grade will be else if is another condition. If this condition is false, then our program will execute this condition. So let's say marks is greater than equal to 70 and marks is less than 90, so our grade will be B. And at the end, if marks is not at the end, if marks is less than 70, our grade will be C. And at the end we can print our answer, system.out.println C. So you can see that in the output what grade we get A. So you can see that we get A. And let's say we by writing 70, so let's say I'm got 61 and my grade will be C. So this is one of the useful thing about if else. So what we covered till now, we cover basic if else statement, then we cover nested if, and then we cover if else ladder, and this is how the case will happen. And right now if first condition will true, then our program will execute this part. If the first condition is not true, then our program will execute second part, and if second also not true, then our else part will be executed. And likewise you have many if else ladder here as per your choice or as per your problem statement. So this is it for if else ladder, and just comment out. And another conditional type statement in Java provide us its switch, I guess switch. So what is switch? Like let's say we have int I equal to 10, 0, and we write switch. This is how we can write conditional. Here we have to write I as we have to pass one parameter I, or let's say till now we work with A, so let's just write A. So let me just correct spelling, switch, and we have to only compare this A with another value like a case, and this how we write case here. Like we have to, if A is 12, then do something here like system.println and the A is 12. You can propose any task here, and then let's say, let me just copy paste this and okay, and you can say A1 to 1 122 1 2 1 3 2. At the end, like if else, we have else part. Here we have default part, we have default, and if none of them is true, then we print our default part or execute our default part. So let's just run it, and I want to show what will happen right now. And you can see that A is null. Here you can write as A is null for saying it is our default part. So you can see that we get A equal to null. A is null, so our default part is execute if none of condition is true. Let me just first condition is true. That case is 12. And you can see that here in the output we get all the system.out println answer. But as per our program or as per our logic, only first will be printed. Why it printed this? Because in the switch statement, by default, if one of the case is true, then it will, no matter what are the next cases, it will execute them also by default. So we have to write here explicitly break statement. If this is true, then just break out from our switch. And here, and same for all. Same after every case, we make sure to add break statement, so that part only execute. And right now, if we see, now we get only a is 12. So in some cases, in switch cases are very useful, like in this case there is not much use of switch case. Like this same thing we can do in if else also, like you can do like a equal to 12 and println system.out a is 12, else if a equal to 1 to 1, then print 1 to 1, else if a equal to 1 to 2, then print 1 to 2, and else at the end print a equal to none. So our program execute right now as per our choice and as per like previous case. But you can see that here we have to write much if else statement, and in the switch it is very, our code is become very clean in this type of scenario where we just comparing two value and we are just checking if a equal to that value or not. So in that case a switch type of statement is very useful. So I guess we can cover most of things, like we cover if else, then we cover nested if else, then we cover if else ladder, and then we cover also switch. And in the switch you also have one another switch, that's not a problem. Like here I can write another switch, and let's say here I'm saying that let's say my int c equal to 12. Here I'm passing c, and here I'm checking each case. Let's one if c is 12, then print system.out println. Here you can write a equal to 10 and same the time c equal to 12. And break as essential when you working with switch, because by default put break as a good practice, and if your system require to execute other tag also, then you can change by your need. That's not a problem. And in the default part we simply print our a is 12 but our c is not. Now if we run it, so you can see that we get a is 12 and c is 12. So you can see that here we nest one switch in the another switch, and the possibility are endless. You can also write here, also you can write let's say char f equal to 30, and also you can write here also one switch f like f, and then you can print whatever you want to print. But nesting of switch cases are not that much useful. Rather than using one switch only for comparing, most of that one switch case will work for you, like work for your app. So in this video what I am just recap what we learn basic conditional statement in Java. First of all we see what is conditional, why it is useful in programming, then we see how we can use if else, then we see how we can write nested if else statement, then we see what is if else ladder, then we see at the last what is the switch cases and what is the use of that. So till this point in the Java course we cover all the basic, like we cover conditional statement, we cover variables, data type, we cover how to take input from the user and how to print our answer. So in the next video our aim will be learning the looping statement, and after that we are going to directly jump over to the function. So thank you for watching this video and keep coding. Thank you. Bye.